This is one of the most trendy pumps in the whole town. All you can do here until sunset is have a quick snack. But after sunset is when it really comes to life. During the weekend, you can attend live concerts, and from Monday to Friday, you can have a drink, dance, or eat some really good dishes. Unlike the expensive restaurant, which requires elegant clothing, I can come here in casual clothes. I'm gonna dance. Fuck. I'm bad at dancing, apparently. Oh, let's go to sleep.
Yes!
I grabbed a book from the library. Aaron loved it. I'm going to bring this with me at the hospital next time. I need to hurry. My fucking ice cream shop. I just started my shift when I heard a familiar voice. Amy? I looked up from the change in the cash register that I was counting to meet his gaze. Yes? I heard about what happened. I'm sorry for sounding inconsiderate. It's alright. You didn't know. Lawrence looked away, unable to continue looking at me in the eye. Why the fuck is this music so loud? Well, you know I'll always be here if you ever need someone to talk to. I'll be glad to listen. After all, we're friends, right? Right. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that.
Yes!
I was very kind to people recorded me according. Fuck. I quickly changed clothes, eager to give the book to Aaron to see if he remembers it. When I arrived at the hospital, I was surprised that the receptionist said there was already someone visiting Aaron. At first I was glad to hear that, since it probably meant one of his friends had come in to drop for a visit. Even if it was just one of his friends from school, talking to people he used to know would probably help him with his memory. However, when I entered the room, what I found was anything but pleasant. I stopped in the doorway and stared for a moment, my eyes widening as my heart went cold. No clear thoughts passed through my mind. He's making out with another girl. I fucking know that's what he's doing. And I couldn't seem to bring myself to take even one step closer. Fuck. He's not making out with her, but it was exactly what I thought it was. Abigail, Aaron's ex-girlfriend, was seated beside him. She wore a smile that was so obviously fake, it almost made me sick to see it. I knew all too well why they broke up. Quite a while before they got together, she was a manipulative girl who never really loved him. The idea that the lapse in his memory would make him think that she was his real girlfriend. I can't read. I found myself shuddering at the thought. Oh, Amy, good morning.
Who are you?
She's gonna have one of those voices. I didn't reply, simply staring as the reality of the situation sank in. Abigail knew perfectly well who I was. She was just acting. She's a friend of mine. She came here to visit me yesterday.
Oh, I see. Don't you know who I am, Abigail? Well, I don't think I'd remember someone as ordinary looking as you.
Give her your fucking book.
I see. Well, anyway, I brought a book for you, Aaron.
It seems like my voices are all on a spectrum, like Eddie is like fucking Aaron's like the very bottom. Nurse is a little above that. Eddie's slightly above that. And then you have fucking Amy. And then there's this bitch, who's at the very top of the spectrum here. Pitches, all that shit. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of your favorites. It was the first book of the Pendragon series by D.G. McHale.
That sounds really familiar.
Isn't that a children's book?
I pulled the softcover out of my purse as I walked over to sit in the chair on the other side of his bed.
Technically, it's young adult.
Oh, what was the main character's name? Bobby? I smiled as I handed him the book, and a look of recognition came over his face.
That's right! We could pre-order the new books as they came out at the bookstore. They were such fun to read.
I remember this. I got into it a long time ago. I was so young, but they were so fun to read, to grow out of. They were too fun to read to grow out of.
Right. Huh, well, I think I've heard of it once, too.
Thanks for bringing me this, Amy. I really like this book.
You can keep it if you want. Yeah, buddy.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, if you like, I could read it to you if you don't feel well enough. How about I read it to him?
There are quite a few books in this series. How about you each read me one?
Aaron smiled cheerfully as he asked the question, and even though Abigail frowned at me for a moment before faking another smile for Aaron, I couldn't help but feel somewhat satisfied with myself. It was a small step, but at least he remembered something that didn't involve Abigail. I didn't know what her intentions are, but Abigail is unlikely to get up early in the morning, so I'll only find her in the hospital visiting Aaron in the afternoon or the evening. Unfortunately, since I work every morning until noon, that means I won't have many occasions to see him alone.
Fucking, where do I go to the gym? The town's main gym is really cool. There are 2 big pools where I can practice swimming and several pieces of equipment I can use. Doing physical activity is a good way to increase morale and discipline. However, the gym is quite expensive. I can buy a one-day ticket for the family-friendly pool for $5, but it's often crowded by parents and their loud kids. I can get access to the gym for $75 a month. Getting an access to both the gym and the exclusive pool is $100 a month. At night, the gym and pool access is closed to the public, but there's a small pub open that offers drinks and snacks. Get a drink.
Yay!
Get drunk. You deserve it. I must go to sleep now. Tomorrow I have to work. Fuck yeah. I made $4. Shit.
Yeah!
I need to hurry. My morning... Fuck you and your ice cream shop. I'm tired of reading that line. Today I was seated morosely at the counter of the ice cream shop, my coworker Lawrence trying to cheer me up. I nibbled meditative... Where the fuck do they find these words? I had my chocolate ice cream cone, trying not to feel like my entire life had changed without my control or consent. Soon there came a tinkling at the door, signifying that somebody else had entered. I didn't look up, but from the annoyed look on Lawrence's face, I knew it was Hugh. Oh, you're hot. Okay. Hugh is an immature boy that often hangs around some of my friends. He's always around me, but I'm not really sure what he wants from me. Hey, babe. Hey, my babe, what's cooking besides you? Hugh, stop it. Now's not the time. Hugh looked from Lawrence to me, and I did a double take. Whoa, you don't look so good. What's wrong? Your dog died? I didn't reply, and Lawrence gave him another dangerous sort of look. Hugh seemed to deflate a little. No, seriously, what's wrong? I'll tell him. I give him a baleful look, and on a whim proceeded to recount the entire story. The date, the horrible way it ended in a car crash, and of Aaron's amnesia. By the time I was done, I was nearly in tears again. Saying the whole thing out loud made it even more awfully true than it already was. Hugh stood there, mouth hanging wide open, and it took a while for him to find something to... I need some fucking chapstick. And P-Joy. I need P-Joy. I'm gonna eat some P-Joy. It took him a while for him to think of something to say, and when he finally did, it was with a very serious, somber expression. Amy, sweets, are you okay? I considered the question. He said it with so much concern that I felt quite touched, and I gave him a small smile. Fuck yeah! Not exactly, but I'll be fine, I think. Thanks. I seriously need some chapstick.
This must be an off day.
Fuck, you're having a horrible week. I want to go dancing. Oh.
Um... Whoa.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Fuck. Let's talk to Eddie then. Oh. Visiting hours are over. Sorry, I didn't feel like reading that. Fucking P-Joy. The park is really so beautiful. It's the perfect place to relax away from the chaos of the big town. I can relax by taking a walk or reading a book, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, or if I'm in shape. I can do some jogging to increase my morale. The park is closed at this hour. I guess I should go somewhere else. Fuck, is there like nothing to do? Watch TV. Yes! I'm going to bed. Fuck yeah. I lost $2 today. Ah, the weekend. I can relax and do anything I like today. If I really need the money, I can still work overtime at the ice cream shop. Doing overtime during weekends brings good money. Well, you're fucking broke, so do some overtime. During the weekend, the ice cream shop is really crowded. There's Lawrence working like crazy. Can I work? Can I work, please? Can I work? I'll work. I can do different kinds of activities in my room. If my morale is high enough, I can try and write a poem. I can call some friends for a morale boost, and I can take a nap to recover a lot of energy. My old computer broke, so I can't check emails or do other things while trying to write a book. My new computer would definitely be a cool accessory to have in my bedroom, but they're so expensive. You need morale,
awesome.
Bitches. Go work or something. Go work. App. You're broke as shit. Do overtime.
Pretend you didn't see that.
Fuck. Talk with Lawrence. You're just bad at things. I'm bad at this game already. I'm sorry. It's the first week and I'm absolutely tanking, and I know the game told me not to worry about that, but god damn. This is hard. Is this what real non-shit dating sims are like? I got $7 today. Your morale is still shit. Let's go to the mall. It's so big and packed so awesome mall. So big and it's packed with tons of shops. My favorite is the bookstore, of course. Hugh's clothing shop is here, and if I want to pay him a visit, it's open from Monday to Saturday. There's a nice restaurant if I want to get a snack or meal. Lastly, on Saturday and Sunday, I can attend some art courses. Painting and clay are my favorites. They're a bit expensive, but they can really boost my stats. They start in the evening. Fucking... This is all expensive as shit. Okay. Finish shopping. Okay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna read a book.
This is the last unread book I have right now. I can reread my old ones, but I really should try to get new books from the library. Even better, buy new ones at the mall.
Who's awesome? I'm awesome.
I am awesome. Oh, I can go review it at the... Fuck, I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm gonna go review it at the library. Update my
Who's
blog.
awesome? I'm awesome.
Yes, I am. Can I look at books? I want to look at books.
Yes!
I had fun at the concert. Ha ha! I'm getting my morale up right now, so I'm not as shit as work.
Bring it on!
Blah 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 blah, ice cream shop.
That could have gone better. That could have gone better.
Why do you suck? As soon as my shift ended, I headed to the hospital with more books in my bag to see if it could help Aaron regain his memory. I'm gonna eat another. I'm out of P-Joy. Shit. Wait. There's some in the bottom of the bag. There's some in the bottom. Oh, there's bits of P-Joy. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to the hospital to help Aaron get his memory back. Okay, books. Books. When I arrived at the hospital, I went straight to Aaron's room with several heavy bags of books in my arms. I was surprised to find quite a crowd gathered in his room. In addition to Abigail, his scornful ex-girlfriend, Osher was there as well. Aaron's father was a well-known and wealthy businessman who was often away on business. It must have been the first time he'd come to visit his son since the accident, since the scene I walked in on was rather emotional. Good morning, everyone? Amy? Oh, you're back again. I was surprised by their cold reactions and saw by the mascara running down Abigail's face that she had been crying. She still looked distressed, but I remained skeptical of the legitimacy of her reactions. She had been a heartless scam of a girlfriend when they were together, and I doubted she had changed her ways in all that time they were apart. I brought some books for Aaron. He can't read them on his own. He'll get a headache. That's okay. I plan to read to him. Abigail offered as well. Maybe I should be the only one to read to him until he's well enough to read on his own. What? Why? If I may interject, I know I've been away too long. Considering my son's condition, I can't say I forgive you for your recklessness, Amy. This incident never would have happened if you weren't being so frivolous that night. What on earth do you mean? You hurt him! I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that you should have been more careful. You were the only one with him, so you should have been more thoughtful instead of putting both of you at risk. You may not realize the severity of this since you were barely injured, but Aaron is suffering from great pain both physically and psychologically because of you. Asshole. I felt almost dizzy at his accusations. They were terribly upsetting and hardly made any sense. I felt surges of different emotions, mainly defensiveness and anger. I knew more than they did about what he was going through. Since I had been here at his side the entire time, it was more real to me than either of them. And even at the mere thought of the incident being my fault made my heart ache. After all that had happened, even if I didn't believe that it was true, that was the very last thing I wanted to hear. Tell them you're innocent. That's crazy. I'm innocent. You were the only one with him.
You should have thought ahead before getting on that motorcycle. Since you were the only one with him, it was your responsibility not to make foolish mistakes. You should have let him drive on that road. There was hardly any traffic, and it was a horrible hour.
But just what were you two doing that far out of town?
Our voices started to get louder as the argument continued. I felt uncomfortable letting it become escalated in the hospital room, especially in front of Aaron, but I still had to defend myself. I didn't want either of them, or Aaron for that matter, to truly believe I was the one at fault. It was wrong, and I simply couldn't stand for it. We weren't doing anything wrong. We were just we just went to the beach. That's all. You shouldn't have left home. You shouldn't you have left home earlier then? Why weren't you being more considerate, Amy?
It just wasn't my fault. It was an accident. There was no stopping it or changing it once it started to happen. I wasn't badly hurt because Aaron did the right and sensible thing. We both did the best we could to react. Are you kidding me? You barely got hurt at all and you think you can say that? That's because Aaron protected me. He did the right thing, you bitch.
Then you shouldn't have done the right thing shouldn't you have done the right thing for him and not ever let something like this thing happen?
What the fuck? Can I not get this through your head? I keep telling you, I didn't have any control of it. It wasn't my fault, you old little shit. I may be ad-libbing.
Enough! We all looked up in surprise to see where Aaron was seated in his bed.
Fuck.
I'm getting a headache. I don't want to hear all about this. Please get out of my room. A fucking